I'm Mike, and this is another mixing party. Let's get started. Now I'm just adjusting my bag holder. Pulling one of these diluent bags out. And tonight, I have everything. I got enough bag spikes for all the mixing. I don't have to reuse them. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the party. Right now I'm getting a diluent bag ready. Let's sanitize our hands. So we just got the new order in tonight, or actually it was early this morning that it came in. And I had enough till tomorrow, but why wait? Might as well get them mixed out now. I'm just popping these little red caps off these vials. And I'll put these alcohol prep pads on them. Gotta keep them clean. Hey, welcome to the mixing party. How's it going tonight? I'll just pop the tops off these Fletcher vials. And now I'm putting prep pads on them. You ever seen Fletcher mixed? What is Fletcher, you ask? Hey, how's it going? Have you ever seen Fletcher mixed? Well, these bag spikes, or these vial access spikes, goes on these Fletcher vials. Just peel them out of the package like this. And pop them on. Just like that. And I'll do that to the rest of the 5. I just won't throw that away. Throw these away. Sanitize the top of them real good. This is Velletri. It's a medication my wife needs for the rare disease she has. And I do live mixing parties for the conversation, because sometimes this takes a while and it gets pretty quiet and lonely doing it here by myself. So I figured, why not do it live? So that way, if anybody's got any questions on how this goes, they can ask. I hope she does too, but it's a rare progressive disease, and there's only like 7 medications for it, and no cure. But there's always a chance. Got 2 more. So 5 of these vials will make 1 cassette. And a cassette will last 24 hours. which my wife has a pump that these cassettes connect to, and it continuously pumps medication into a Hickman catheter, which goes inside of her chest and goes up into her pulmonary artery, right above her heart, and continuously pumps that medication in there. But what pulmonary hypertension is a lung disease that affects the arteries and vessels inside of her lungs. And I need one more of these. And blood flow don't pump through her lungs enough to get oxygen-enriched blood throughout her body. It's pretty crazy. Who would have known there's such a disease? She hasn't passed out so far. But she is on oxygen at night. She, when she was first diagnosed, she almost did. I have no idea if Iran should have a nuclear program or not. I guess there's some people that don't think they should. I guess there's a lot of people that don't think they should. Hi, Huddy. Okay, now we got two 50 milliliter syringes that we're going to pull out of the packages. And each one of these will put 50 mLs of sodium chloride in them. And that's what the diluent we use to dilute the Velletri. Check out these bad boys. Pretty interesting, aren't they? I'm mixing Velletri. It is a medication my wife needs for her disease. Thumb or reverse knees. Reverse knees. That'd be different. My wife has pulmonary hypertension. And I mix medication each week for it. I make these live videos for me to pass the time while I'm doing this, and to help everybody get to know what this disease is. Appreciate it. And I take 50 mLs out of diluent. I'll put a little bit in there to help dilute the little powdered Velletri that's in here. And I use 2 of these. Nope, not COVID. Pulmonary hypertension. It's a progressive disease, yes. I wish I knew how to make vaccines. This is Velletri. I wish I could make money doing this. I'd help out a lot, because I mix this every week. I slap it around to get all the air out. And once I get all the air out, I'll disconnect it from the bag spike. Yeah, we have a kid. He's 9 years old. And then we'll connect this, give it a little quarter spin, and put a little bit of it. I bet you do, Christopher. Probably more of a flip around, isn't it? Okay, this is the first one. We put the diluent in, and we'll pull out all the liquid. Well, first we'll push the air in it, then we'll pull the liquid out. I don't think it'd do anything for you. Open up your blood vessels a little bit and give you some weird side effects. You ever heard of flushing? You'll get flushing pretty bad. And we'll connect the third vial, push and twist. That's a house horse. Yeah, this heroin shot lasts a little while. 24 hours. Continuous injection. Yard cows. I haven't heard them called a cow. I've heard them called horses. Shit. My bag tipped over. And I got trash all over the floor. You should see the amount of trash mixing all this makes. It's pretty crazy. Spend time in the sun just lounging around out there. Ours don't even like to go outside. She'd rather try to sleep on top of us. That's the second one is that heroin I've got. No, this is Velletri. Cannabis. Nope, not cannabis. This is Velletri. Yeah, it's medicine. I I usually used to do this like once a week, and now it'd probably take me about 2 hours to do mix 7 cassettes. I don't know if I'm the main character. I think my wife would probably be the main character. She's a she's the one that's got to put up with me and the rare disease. Hey Joseph, if you get a grilled cheese, make me one. I like grilled cheese. Now this would be vial number 5. This would be 1 cassette. The dragon? What dragon? "24 hours worth of medication right here." Joseph needs a grilled cheese. This is Velletri. This is continuously injected or continuously pumped into my wife for to expand her veins in her lungs so she can breathe. It's crazy. You can come help me mix it, then you can try it. But you have to bring the needle. Everything here is needleless. Okay. These bad boys, I'm gonna pop the tops off of them. Got 5 of these. All right, now we got to keep it clean, so we put alcohol pads on top of these. I know some of you out there are going to be pretty dirty, but we like to keep it clean around here. Okay. Vial likes those spikes. You should see all the supplies that came in today to mix all this stuff. 2 boxes. I think we made Amazon jealous. Hey, man. Nope. I am not a nurse. Before my wife was able to get out of the hospital after she was diagnosed, we had to be trained on how to mix this stuff. And the nurse came in 2 times to train us. And it was just a real quick how-to. And that was 9 years ago. But now I could probably do it with my eyes closed. I don't think I could help him after his vacation in Thailand. He probably had a little too much penicillin over there. Lyme disease? I had a good friend growing up that has Lyme disease. Liz Pizza, send me a coupon. Yeah, we're good. Disease is progressing, but we're still fighting it. Hey, I'd like all you guys to subscribe. Yeah, we go to church every Sunday. Probably when my wife got out of the hospital. Okay. Now these bad boys again. Never done any whippets, buddy. I'll let you do that. But when I was growing up, I knew a dude that liked to, I don't know what you'd call it, but CO2 cartridges. He'd like to huff them. I don't figure that was very good for him. King James, huh? Ooh. I don't know if you can see it, but can you see all the air bubbles that are in this thing? Okay. So I'll pull about 60 mLs out of this this bag. That way when I get all the air out, I can just push all the air out, which also helps push the air out. Then I disconnect it and hook it to this vial. The great state of Texas. Okay. We finished this one. Now we got to get another one. We have plenty of this. This is the closest thing to a needle we get. Pull this little cap off. Peel that back, and we'll pull the cap off of this. Check out that bad boy. That wouldn't work for a needle. We'll just slide it in there. That will sanitize the end of it. No, we didn't have any flooding in our area. It's been raining quite a bit though. I'll pull 60 mLs out. It's concentration, it's not anger. It's not often I get angry. I don't mind the questions. It's keeping me entertained. Hey, we even got people from North Korea. Hey, how's it going? That's exciting. We're getting around. I am mixing Velletri. It is a medication for a rare lung disease. You guys should, I mean, this is pretty fun. This is probably the most conversation I've had mixing this in quite a while. It gets pretty boring just sitting here all quiet and everything. Ask it. If you got a question, come on. This is Velletri. No, it's pulmonary hypertension. It's high blood pressure in the lungs, basically. It's where the vessels in the lungs have become thickened and hardened. So, a fun fact. There's two different pressures in the heart. There's a low pressure side, which is the right side, and on the left side is the high side, the one that you get the blood pressure from your arm. There you go. Now you know. I had no clue about that. This helps relax the vessels. Kinda, I guess. There's a lot of side effects with all the medication that she's on. This disease affects the heart, because on the low side, the low pressure side of the heart is the right side, which pumps oxygen into the lungs. And the vessels being constricted, the right side of the heart work a lot harder, which creates the heart muscle to get bigger, which is heart failure. So my wife is in heart failure due to this pulmonary hypertension. But this helps with the progression of it too. It helps slows it. She's on steroids, no antibiotics. She's allergic to vancomycin, which is an antibiotic. And her, it causes kidney failure. Not good. Sometimes this medication gets caked up on the bottom of this vial, and it takes forever to get it diluted. Nobody really knows how she got the disease. They at first they blamed it on lupus, but they're not even 100% sure she's got lupus. She's got some type of connective tissue disease, but they're not really 100% sure what it is. She got marked for a couple different ones. As advances medication and medical sciences progressed, it's amazing that there are still things out there that we don't know, like space. It could be worse. That's the way we look at it. There's other people that go through this are doing a lot worse. Okay, now we're gonna go to the last 5 vials. Then we're gonna start putting it into these cassettes. I'll go ahead and pull one out to let you guys see. So we'll put 2 of these inside this. Once I get these last 5 vials into the syringes. Just gotta be patient. The little town I grew up in, they had wiffle ball tournaments. It's pretty cool. I got a 5 head, not a 4 head. Come on, man. Yeah, I'd like everybody to subscribe. I need the followers. I do these lives every week. Yeah, and that's the only thing the quality of life. That's basically all they got to go by. Is all these medications is just to help with the quality of life. But then you got the balance of side effects, and is it worth the quality of life you get, or you know? But so far, she's doing really well. No, I don't have any precious metals. Or Bitcoin. I don't have Bitcoin either. Yes, this is Veletri. It's a medication. I guess you can call it a drug. Thank you. Tell your friends to like and subscribe too. Do you have any precious metals? You can send some my way. There's very, very little powder in these things. Everybody, did anybody lose any fingers or anything over the 4th of July? Everybody still got five fingers on each hand? So what are you think of this so far? Think they should find something a little easier to mix? I think so. We ought to be able to figure out something, huh? Okay, now, syringes. I will pull 60 mLs out. Yeah, there's a lot of respiratory drugs, but not for pulmonary hypertension. There's only 7 medications for this disease. This is Velletri. It's a medication to help treat pulmonary hypertension. And the medication gets diluted with sodium chloride. I have 5 thumbs. Because this, once mixed, is only good for 7 days. And it needs to be refrigerated once it's mixed. It actually is pretty complicated. I mean, now it's not bad, but probably the first year that I was doing it, I was terrified to mix it. I was afraid I was going to make some type of mistake. I mean, I'm still scared I'm going to make a mistake, but not anything like I was when I first got started doing this. Yes, we mix it and we store it in the refrigerator. And 8 o'clock in the evenings, we'll change her pump out, which requires changing of the Velletri cassettes. I've had quite a few of these things break throughout the years that I've been mixing this stuff. These little connections right here will break sometimes or leak. Then you gotta get really creative really quick. That or start from scratch. Sometimes it's easier just to start from scratch with that one mix. We've learned a lot. When it first got started, we was just holding this in our hand and putting it into syringes. But now we found this little stand to use IV bag holder. Got it off Amazon. Never guess what it's actually for. If you're a lady, you might know. It's a purse stand. What type of medications do you have? Hey Russell, what type of medications do you have that you refrigerate? Okay, now it's time to put all this stuff inside the cassettes. You ready for this? I get to slap this around too. So these little plastic cassettes got little bladders on the inside of it. So, you gotta make sure everything's diluted. Nothing's stuck to the bottom. So now we'll pull all the medication out. How did Diddy come in all this? I think he needs medication. Oh, yeah, Team Phenomenal Hope. So, I run, but I do more speed skating to help raise awareness to this rare disease. So now, we'll take this little white cap off and connect the syringe. Now, this takes a little bit of pressure, so you gotta, I use 2 hands. I know I look buff, but it helps using 2 hands. And just apply a pretty good amount of pressure and to push all the liquid inside the cassette. Get it all in there. Now we'll put this little clamp on it. Clamp it just like that. And we'll get the second syringe ready. Mission hockey. Is that Michigan? Oh, okay, cool. We'll do the same thing to this. We'll unclamp it, and we'll push all the liquid inside the cassette. And I'll show you how to get all the air out of these cassettes. It's probably my favorite part of this. Okay. So, you see this? That's a wrinkle inside that little bladder that's inside there. So, there's air bubble. There's a bunch of little bubbles on this side. And we're going to use that big bubble to clear out all the little bubbles. And we'll make sure this big wrinkle is facing down when we remove all the air bubbles. So I'll set it in my little glass like this, where the big air bubbles right there on the outlet of the tubing. And I'll unclamp it and let the air push as much as it can. Then I'll pull the rest of the air out. Okay, so I pulled all the air out. There's very small air bubbles in there right now, but this big wrinkle right here that's in the bottom has air trapped right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it on the palm of my hand, and with that wrinkle being down, all the air will come up to the top where there's very little wrinkles, and it'll be a lot easier to get all the air out that way. I don't know if you can see the air bubbles, but they're on the top side now. And now I'll push the air back in there from the syringe. I'll use that big air bubble to get all the little ones out. You wouldn't think air bubbles would be so difficult and stubborn, but they can be. And now we'll pull the air out again. Okay, I'll hit it on the palm of my hand again. Just to make sure all the air is out. And it looks really good. So now we'll leave it clamped right there. And then we'll go back into the packaging and grab the new cap. We'll take the new cap out, but leave it in the little package. And I gotta get more alcohol prep pads. I think I need to buy stock in these prep pads. I go through these all the time. Tear it open like that and just set it down and get it ready. So we'll disconnect the syringe. Alcohol prep pad. Now we'll sanitize the tubing connector. And now we'll put the red cap on there. And that is one mix cassette. Once connected to the pump, this will last 24 hours. That pump cycles every minute, and 0.05 mLs of medication gets pumped into my wife's veins. Now, I'll do the same thing to 2 more. Who wants to come help? It's not that bad. She does. I tease her all the time. And I make her mad too. It's part of being a husband. I guess it kind of goes both ways too. I had my physical. They didn't want to check it yet. Sounds like you've already had yours checked, so that's good. Yearly physicals are good. Yes, there is a lot of moving parts and very easy to make mistakes. It's like muscle memory now. After almost 9 years of mixing like this, mixing 7 cassettes a week. There for a while, I wasn't talking at all mixing these. Just focus on mixing. And ever since I started making videos and doing live streams and stuff like that, it's been passing time a lot faster. Oh, packing in stuff for vacations. We just went on vacation a few weeks ago, and so I will mix 7 and we'll pack it in a cooler with some ice. And if we're not gone for more than a week, we're good. But if we are gone for more than 7 days, we'll take extra mixing supplies and we'll mix it while we're there, wherever we are. Going through TSA is an experience, nerve-wracking, but it's not as bad as what everybody thinks it is. Most of the time, they're usually pretty professional about it, and they'll joke around with us, try to lighten up the mood. Yes, we do. The big wrinkle is right here in the corner. So we'll go put that down. Slap it around a little bit. And all the bubbles are on the smooth side. So we'll push the air back in it. We'll get all the little bubbles out. Now we'll pull the air out again. Yeah, we'll pray for you guys. There it is. That's cassette number 2. I'll get the final cap ready. Get it sanitized real good. I'll put the cap on. Cassette number 3. Y'all ready for the last one for the night? Nope. cassette like this. Nope, this is definitely not a music cassette. We are mixing velletri. With these big old syringes. There's a couple different ways it's measured. The gold standard is a heart catheterization. You can get a good estimate with the echo though. Every 3 months, my wife will go in and have an echo done. And once a year, she has a right heart cath. There might be more ways, but them are the only ways I know. I'm not sure why it's tinted. Could be for UVs, but it don't see much daylight. She usually has it in a pocket or, you know, tucked under her clothes somewhere, kind of concealing it. For the last one. Push it in there. Walter White. Who's that? Now, work all the little bubbles out of there. This has got some pretty good sized bubbles in there. I made it real with him. On my IG. He was him and that kid were mixing medication, or not medication, mixing meth, and they're trying to calculate how much it was going to cost and how much they were going to make. And I made a joke. That's how pharmacy companies calculate the cost of this medication. I thought it was pretty funny. Dang, look at all the wrinkles in this one. This will take a couple times. I like trees. I like turtles. Dang. This one's horrible. Got so many wrinkles in it. All right. So this one had got kinks all the way in there. Let me show you how I do that. Experience. See these roach clips? Ah, you didn't think I knew that, did you? So we'll grab that top of that bladder right there and we'll pull it out, kind of stretch it out and get the wrinkles out of it. Jesus. Now it's got a kink right there. We'll there's got a little green tab right there. Push it, and we'll stretch it out right there. And that kind of helped with the kink. Might have made it worse. We'll find out. Gotta put this little blue thing back on it. Ah. Damn it. Shit. Okay. Let's try it again. This is something they didn't teach us. We had to figure it out on our own. So, one thing about this is the tubing that goes from here up to the Hickman catheter my wife has, is there's a filter in the tubing in between, and it'll help filter out some of the small air bubbles. So if there's little bitty air bubbles in there, it'll help filter that out. So we just got to get all the big bubbles out, and 95% of the little bubbles. Boom. Okay, so now you just take that blue thing off and we'll get everything back to where it was. Just like that. Put the blue thing back on. Get the final cap ready. Prep pad. Disconnect the syringe. And put the cap on it. And And that is the final cassette for the night. Yeah, it has become second nature. I appreciate everybody watching, asking questions. It made this mixing party go by really fast, and I enjoyed it. Thank you all. Like, follow, and we'll see you on the next mixing party. Y'all have a good one. Bye.